Hi guys, I am Vignesh. Now we are going to learn about how to convert this 2D drawing into a 3D model. Here we have two different kind of an orthographic positions. One is on top view, another one is on front view. In front view have a lot of dimensions or clearly explained. Now select a front plane and create a new sketch. Look at this two different kind of views. Now I am going to create a simple corner rectangular profile from that. So use a corner rectangular profile. You can directly select it from the sketch profiles or you can choose this whatever the types you want. Now I pick a corner rectangular profile. Afterwards give the dimensions, both the horizontal dimensions as well as the vertical dimensions. The horizontal dimensions is a 40 mm. Next to vertical dimensions is 20 mm. So mention that with the respective of the 2D drawings. Once we draw a rectangular profile, now I am going to connect two opposite endpoints by using of this simple center line. Using a center line again to connect both the endpoints vertically. Once we draw this kind of a reference line, afterwards using this also we can able to form this small kind of portions. Instead of creating a solid body and draw another profile to cut some of these portions, simply draw profiles under this kind of a plane itself. Here we have two different kind of dimensions. One is an 8 mm, that's why I split it in an equally called 4 mm and choose a bidirectional type. Afterwards, selecting this vertical construction line, it is equally formed on the basis of the center line itself. Again, choose an offset entities and selecting this horizontal line, split it equally by using of a bidirectional type. Once you draw this 8 mm line profiles, both horizontally as well as vertically, the other line profile called 20 mm. So, mention the dimensions of 10 mm equally. Again, choose this bidirectional type, then pick this vertical center line to form a profiles along the sides. Once we create the profile, now I'm going to pick a trim entities and choose a corner type. Afterwards, select whatever the respective areas we need to maintain that. Now selecting one by one. All corner portions, the excess portions automatically gets trimmed out. Now I'm going to pick trim to closest options. In this time, choose this excess entities. Now I am going to pick this type called keep trimmed entities as a construction line. So if you trim the sum of these portions, we cannot able to completely eliminate it. Just to change that into a construction line because we need to maintain the dimensions of that. Okay, once we draw a rectangular profile as well as a small pocket portions on this current category, look at it. Next we are going to create another line profile called the circular portions. It is offsetted from the distance of 40 plus 10, that is a half of the portions of 20 mm, 40 plus 10 is a 50 mm, then the vertical line dimensions is 60 mm. So use the center line, draw on a horizontal line profile as well as a vertical line profile, then assign the dimensions along that. Now the horizontal dimensions is 50 mm. Then the vertical dimensions is 60 mm. Once we mention the dimensions, from the top endpoint, I am going to draw one simple circular profile with a diameter of 40 mm. So draw a circular from the center point. Selecting the circle from the center point with the diameter of 40 mm. Now choose the smart dimensions, then assign the dimensions on this area 40 mm. Afterwards, go to offset entities and choose a distance of 10 mm. Also uncheck the bidirectional type. If you just offset your entities up to the distance of 10 mm, now the diameter for this portion is 60 mm. Just to evaluate by using of a measure tool. Once you measure this current circular profiles, it shows the 60 mm diameter. Again, go to the offset entities. This time, what is the dimensions of this profile? Same 10 mm, but I am going to pick up the bidirectional type on this area. Then choose this vertical construction line to form a new profile on both sides. Then join the two different kind of entities into a single entity by connecting a both point using a line profiles. Afterwards, trim the excess number of the entities by using trim entities. I uncheck the keep trim entities areas, then select whatever the profiles we need to consider as an excess one. Then choose all these profiles to create a current 2D profiles. Once we create that, using this we can able to create a solid body. Now go to extruded features, choose this particular one and form a solid body. Type is midplane, and what is the exact distance of this? If you look at the top plane, top view, here the dimensions are clearly explained called 60 mm. So mention 60 mm on the current category and form a solid body with this particular distance. Once you create a solid body from this particular 2D sketch, then form another circular solid body in this area. Using extrude bows, selecting the same kind of profiles Under selected contrast, choose this particular closed portions area and select a midplane. What is the dimensional distance for this area is 40 mm. So mention 40 mm. Also uncheck the merge result because these bodies are split up within each other, so we need to uncheck the merge result type. Then hide the 2D sketch because it is not necessary. Now select the top faces and create new sketch. Afterwards, change this vertical edges into a line profile by using of convert entities. Selecting a convert entities, then choose this particular edges, afterwards convert it into a sketch. Now draw on two different angular line profile. First draw randomly. Afterwards, we just pick this endpoint and constrain it with the vertical edges. Now slightly tilt this overall 3D model and selecting this endpoint as well as the vertical edges by holding your control button, we get a PS geometrical constraints. Same as like this point itself. Both point as well as the vertical edges to coincide with each other. Then close the profiles on the right endpoint to form a complete closed portions. Using this, we can able to create a solid body. We need to assign the height for this particular solid features itself. Now just to compare to our 2D drawing, what is the dimensions of this area? The overall dimensions is 20 mm, offsetted from the bottom one is 60 mm. So 20 minus 6, we get the value of 14 mm. Mention 14 mm, also check the merge result type because we are going to combine the two different features into a single features. Now select the front plane and create a new sketch. Draw one simple line profile from the bottom point to top portions tangentially. Then select this profile as well as the circular edges to make it into tangential connection. Now pick this point, drag it slightly lower to the point to make it coincidentally. Once it is coincide with this particular circular edges, then exit it. Now form a solid body by using of rib features. You can directly select it from the command manager or you can simply type a command in the command line itself. Now choose this and selecting this line profile. With respect to the solid body, I change the directions also. What is the distance? 10 mm. With the recommended distance, we can able to easily make a solid features under that. If you look at the line profile, it is connected simply by using of coincide as well as the tangential constraints. If you want to drag it, we cannot able to drag that at the particular point because it is coincide on the circular edges itself. Overall, the solid features are created based on the two different kind of views itself. Just to compare it with our drawings. How the hidden lines are shows, how the visible lines are shows. Just to compare it. This is the pocket portions, this is the sharp edge portions, and also the circular pocket, then the straight edges. All that represent clearly on the wireframe. That is a hidden lines area, both in a front view as well as on top view. Thank you. Hi. If you want to develop your skills in a Solidworks means, you can utilize our platform called www.kaliru.in. In our website, we completely explain each and every tools with the respective of an examples in detail, clearly in English itself. Because if you are familiar with English and wants to learn it from itself means, you can just go to our platform, look at the syllabus and know in detail about that. Not only a solid modeling, also a surface modeling like a product designs, automotive surface tailing courses like a complete car body designs, all kind of a product designs are clearly explained in our platform. And if you want to design a sheet metal and weldment structures with relative of an examples, because here in the sheet metal we need to clear about a K factor, bend allowance, bend deductions. These factors are important to design also the structural components. This one of the important designs to develop. Take a look on that.